hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be an Icon. I'm Jared Jones, and I'm of course joined by Donna Cameron. How are you?
It's Christmas, everyone! I've been so excited to do that.
Yeah, is that all you did? That you bought the? You're not even gonna.
They'll come back.
Not even into the mic. You're just gonna off camera, off. There we go.
It's Christmas.
You're very, very excited for Christmas, unlike our icon this week. But as it is, the season of giving, please
give us money.
No, give this give this podcast a follow on your podcast platform of choice, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever it is you get your fine audio medium content. We are also on YouTube as well. Also give us a follow on Instagram, How to Be an Icon Podcast, and give us a review. 5 stars would be wonderful. And please, it is the gift of giving. Give this podcast to one of your friends. Share it around on social media. During this holiday season, you'll get asked by a bunch of your coworkers at your Christmas do, or family gatherings or anything like that, where it's like, oh, what you. When everyone's kind of ran out of actual conversation, they go, you listening to anything good? You watching anything good? You'll be like, yeah, I'm listening to this podcast called How to Be an Icon, and it's great, and I really do recommend it.
What we'd also recommend is that you then take their phone off of them, find their music platform, follow it, and then give them the phone back and go, it's this one.
Yeah. Lock it in. Don't just be giving them the name. Lock it in.
Be like, oh, let me show you.
Yeah.
Don't be pushy, but be persistent.
Exactly. Because there is someone else with a podcast called How to Be an Icon, which look, I'm not gonna trap. It's not our real podcast beef. We squash them in every single metric possible, but it's just very annoying that you decide, oh, I've got this great podcast idea, and then literally a week before you launch your podcast, someone then launches the podcast with exactly the same name. So,
And some people would be like, ooh, synchronicity. But we went, oh, trademark.
Trademark.
So we own it now. So,
cease and desist, baby.
Suck it. Christmas, suck it.
We're not sending out cease and desists.
Not yet.
It's not the time of giving legal documents over. That's not what this is about.
Oh, no, that's next year when I do my Charles Dickens Christmas.
But anyway, we're talking about someone who hates Christmas. And it's not me.
Or me.
Or you. No, it is, of course, our icon this week, the Grinch.
It's the Grinch. I don't know if you've been in a shop recently, but
he's getting his face out there,
Did he kill Santa?
I think so.
Santa's not very present this year in Christmas. It's very much Grinchmas.
Yeah, it's very Grinch heavy,
And he is heavy. He's a fat boy. But we'll get onto it a little bit later. But do you like the Grinch? Or
Yeah, I like the Grinch.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's funny because obviously the main kind of association that I have with the Grinch is the 2000 movie starring Jim Carrey, directed by Ron Howard. And when you watch a movie as a kid and you kind of just like most things, you're like, yeah, I like this. It's not.
Yeah, you like it because it's in front of you and it's funny.
Yeah. But you don't really have the concept of a 3-star movie as a child or a 2.5-star movie. That's the first movie I remember watching being like, yeah, I liked it. I love it. It's the first film that I can ever really go of being like, yeah, this is fine,
I also remember you telling me at some point the first film that you watched as a child and going, this isn't very good.
Oh, yeah. Which is, funnily enough, another Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Me and my dad went to go see Elf at the cinema.
That was it.
And I thought it was bad. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that movies could be like this. I thought that most things were pretty good,
You assume because it's in a cinema, it's good. I think it's so fun that as a child you went, oh, films can be bad.
Things can be bad. And then, to my surprise, 10 years later, people try and gaslight me and tell me it's the best Christmas movie. It's not. I'm not even.
I have relatives who watch it in the middle of the year
they're objectively wrong.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
Not only is it like not a good Christmas movie, it's not a good movie.
Why is
Zoe Deschanel?
Sorry.
Zoe Deschanel. Yeah.
Why is Zoe Deschanel getting herself involved with that man?
Yeah.
Who thinks he's an elf? Like, that is odd.
Yeah. No, it's all bad. I don't love Will Ferrell movies. I don't think they're not my favorite. This is like very hot take stuff. Anchorman 1 is good, and that's about it. Like, that's my...
I've told you that I've never seen Anchorman with the sound on. I've only ever seen it played in nightclubs.
Yeah.
And like, I know exactly what happens in it. I've seen it many times. I've never heard the audio as like a whole film.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Anchorman 2 is not. It just isn't. But yeah, The Grinch is the first like 2.5 star movie I think I ever watched and went, yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
That's fun because I have not a similar experience. This was the Grinch was the first film I put on going, I loved this film as a kid. And watching it with someone who went, this is and now I have to go back and just re-examine everything. But it was that real like, oh, we'll turn it off. We don't have to keep watching it. As I'm going, maybe this film is really bad.
I don't think it's really bad.
No, I think the person I was with sucked. But but you know the thing where you go, oh God, maybe this film I really liked.
I don't think it's as good as you remember it being, is probably what I'd say on that one.
Well, the other thing is, I spent more time as a child watching the behind the scenes making of documentary that was on the DVD, than I did watch the film.
That DVD had so much fun stuff on it.
It was wild. It had like a full game on it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Which I did not play because it was kind of obnoxious because it's crackly Jim Carrey voice clips screaming at you.
Yeah. Like little FMVs.
Yeah.
Like dotted in between things, yeah. The other one that used to have that was like, we're talking about the Grinch, but we've gone off the rails here a little bit. But yeah.
Off the Christmas rails.
Oh, good stuff. No, the other one that used to have that was the Harry Potter DVDs.
Yes, they did. They were so intricate.
They had like whole like games and like secrets and like things that you could find in them. It like came on 2 discs. It was like quite an event. Like,
so did the second Shrek film had like a whole like animated
it had
X Factor or the American X Factor.
American Idol.
Thank you.
Far, Far Away Idol was the thing
and
of
it's
it.
like Simon Cowell's in it.
Yeah, Simon Cowell's actually in it.
And you could like vote for it. It was too intricate for a DVD menu.
Yeah. Oh, again.
Email us in your favorite DVD extras, by the way, because this show has become a hunt for them.
Yeah. My friend had the VHS copy of Shrek 2, and it did have Far, Far Away Island, but obviously you can't vote for who wins. So they just do a thing where it's like, go online and choose your favorite. Like, yeah.
That website definitely doesn't exist
No,
anymore.
definitely not. But yeah. Sorry, we're talking about Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, not 2 to 3.5 star movies from the early to mid 2000s.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there.
But we are talking about The Grinch from the 1957 children's book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love how old this book is.
Yeah.
I think it's that very nice thing of it's lasted so long.
It's kind of timeless, I think, is the...
I love those original drawings.
Yeah.
All of those Dr. Seuss drawings are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a bit of time looking at them the other day and just getting really like, ooh, they're so expressive. They're so like unique in how they're done. Like, I like it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I think we clean them up too much.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that.
There's a little bit of a backstory to the book, actually, and a lot of people have made a connection between Dr. Seuss and the Grinch.
Okay, yeah.
One of them being the Grinch in the book states that he's put up with the Who's for 53 years, which was Dr. Seuss's age at the time.
Yeah.
He managed to write the book very, very quickly, and it was one of the quickest books he'd written.
Like turnaround, like.
Yeah. From beginning to end, he was like really, really on it. And it kind of came about because of issues in his real life. His wife was suffering from like complicated health issues and was just kind of really bummed out during the holidays. In an edition of Red Book, that December, he talks about it in an interview saying, I was brushing my teeth on the morning of the 26th December when I noticed a very Grinchy countenance in the mirror. It was Zeus. So I wrote about my sour friend, the Grinch, to see if I could rediscover something about Christmas I'd obviously lost.
I mean, that's the whole like thing of
Yeah,
the
like,
whole thing of the book is how he finds a bit more meaning in Christmas.
Do we need to explain the plot of the Grinch?
I mean, we can. The Grinch, he lives on top of a mountain,
Mount Crumpet,
and to be fair to him, he lives with some obnoxious people. Like, the Who's are a bit obnoxious. How much they love Christmas. It's like our bloody neighbours.
I was going to say.
They're like our neighbours in that they are playing Christmas music all year round in June.
We're like,
and you're
my God, we did this last episode as well, but these people.
Yeah. So, I can kind of empathise with them on that level of just being like, can you keep it down? Like, Christmas is all right and all that, but like now you're making me hate it. So
you're really like bothering me.
Yeah, and they are so into Christmas, and he's just like, I'm not about it. So he decides that I'm going to steal Christmas. I'm going to steal all the presents, I'm going to steal all the toys, and I'm going to throw them off the top of the mountain. But in the end, he comes out, and the Who's actually, they don't care about the presents and the all that sort of stuff. They're just here because they're having a nice time together, and that's the thing that they value most. And the Grinch goes, oh, well, that's, you know what? I've got this a bit twisted, actually. It's not about the presents. It's about the presence of other people. Yeah. Imagine that, but written way better.
Yeah, his heart grew three sizes that day.
It sure did.
He apparently really had like a hard time writing the ending. It was like the book came together really easily apart from like how to finish it.
I guess you can't. Maybe I think the thing there is he's like, and then he throws away all the presents and they're sad. And he
sucks to be you, nerds.
Yeah, and he gives it to someone and they're like, this is a bit dour. I don't know. This doesn't really. Yeah.
Well, because he didn't want to sound like a preacher.
Yeah, that's fair.
A little bit in the rest of the interview, he was saying, I got hung up getting the Grinch out of the mess. I got into a situation where I sounded like a second-rate preacher. Finally, in desperation, without making any statement whatsoever, I showed the Grinch and the Who's at the table together and made some pun of the Grinch carving a roast beast. Yeah. I'd gone through thousands of religious choices, and then after 3 months, it came out like that.
Sometimes that's how it happens.
He's
you just go like,
oh, God,
I really wanted to,
and then they're fine. They're fine with it.
They're fine, yeah. But it works. It works for the.
There's some other like fun little connections. Dr. Seuss's stepdaughter, in a speech in 2003, said this thing that like makes me want to cry if I think about it a bit too much. Which is, I always thought the cat was Ted on his good days and the Grinch was Ted on his bad days.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Ted is Dr. Seuss's real name, by the way.
And the cat being the cat in the hat.
Yeah. No, just
the cat, Yeah.
It was also noted that he did for a while have a license plate that read Grinch.
That's pretty fun.
Which is delightful.
Wonder if that was like complete serendipity. Like he didn't.
He's like looking at his car going, Grinch is a great name for that thing that I'm going to like make my Christmas book about. The Grinch first came to TV screens in 1966, where Boris Karloff narrated and voiced the Grinch in the animated one, where you get that fun song.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
It's fun. I was listening to it in Home Bargains, as I always do.
You really are a heel.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's a good one.
We don't have the animated Christmas special really in the same way that America does, like because we don't really have the connection to the Charlie Brown one either.
No, we don't really have the Charlie Brown ones.
They're delightful.
No, we just have we just have like weird Christmas specials where it's like the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special.
Vicar of Dibley. She eats too many roast dinners. She's got to go to many Christmas parties, and would you believe it? That's too much food for a single woman, even though she is large.
Yeah, you'd think she'd be about it, but she's not. But then there's that time where she puts her head in the chocolate fountain, and that is good.
She falls in the puddle?
She falls in the puddle.
Is this show too British?
Don't say that, because we have next week. It's gonna.
Again, if you're thinking they can't get any worse, baby.
Oh boy, can they?
We're going to talk about the first celebrity I ever met.
Yes, we are. Can't wait.
The best known adaptation is obviously the 2000 Ron Howard Jim Carrey film that Jared dismissed as a snotty child.
I didn't dismiss it. I liked it.
You were just like, huh, it's fine, you know.
It's popcorn fodder, you know. It's
perfectly cromulent.
Perfectly cromulent for the modern day audience.
I guess the thing would be, is it a good enough film for what they made Jim Carrey go through? Because the story goes that the makeup that he's in was developed by a very, very like well-known makeup artist. Everything in that film's physical, by the way.
Yeah,
They're all physical effects, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
The costume is dyed yak hair
that they had to sew in individually.
Yes, they did, and he tried it on and was like, I can't do this. The sweat was pooling in the feet of the costume, which is disgusting when you think about it.
If you've ever been like scuba diving and you've worn one of those suits, it feels like that, but for hours.
They ended up getting in a former SEAL Team 6 military person who had been trained in how to deal with like torture. And they got him in to talk to Jim Carrey about how
you work at my office.
But he was talking him through of like what you need to do to be able to like withstand this. And the thing that he said was just like, just smoke, just keep smoke, just smoke nonstop. Just chain smoke your way through this, because it's the only way that you are going to be able to get through the thing of it. And fair play to him, he does nail it. Like, it's a very physical performance that he puts in.
It's impressive.
And the costume is impressive. That film is impressive on like the level of like, you know, all of the sets and all of the designs.
Because there's like 150 Who's as well who are also in makeup.
Yeah.
Very fun fact about the costumes. Each of the Who's is a different couture designer.
Which is very fun.
So there's a Chanel Who and a Prada Who. And if you're very into fashion, you can
work out which
one's which. Yeah.
I think the thing about that film is everything about it is great except for the story, which I think is...
Yeah, and they talk about how difficult adapting a 18-page, like 900-word book into a full-length film is difficult.
It is.
That doesn't mean you need to insinuate that the Who's go to a swingers party.
Yeah, there's a few parts of that film that like stand out and not in a good way. One is that the mayor kisses the dog's asshole like that.
Yep.
You know,
and he thinks it's a woman.
And he thinks it's a woman. You know, that's not good. And it is the part of the film where you go, all right, okay.
Is that where you were lost as a child?
I think it was like, you know, it's not the part that lost me as a child, but it is a bit like, all right, okay. The other part, which I think is a bigger flaw with the movie, is right at the end. So obviously the Grinch, he steals Christmas. And, you know, in the original book and the original animation, it's like, oh, well, they all come together and they actually don't care about
They all stand in a circle and sing.
But in the Jim Carrey movie, they're like, you did this, child. It's your fault. And they all start blaming each other.
Blaming
and
Cindy
shouting
Lou
at each
Who, and she's like, oh, I just tried to make everyone like the Grinch.
You're befriending that green hole, and now all of our Christmas is gone.
We fed him all of our disgusting fudge.
He set fire to the tree.
As he's like, watch it burn.
Yeah.
I forgot how Larry that film is.
Yeah, it's proper Larry. And it's like, they don't immediately go with like, well, it's actually not about that. They're just like, you, child.
It's also kind of horrible to see Jim Carrey in that costume being lustful after a woman.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's gross. Yeah.
And the worst scene of all is where that child shaves himself. We have to be like, oh, one, hate child Grinch.
Yeah.
That's like bad to look at. But then there's just like this too sad a scene in the middle of this Christmas film.
But yeah, no, I think that movie overall, it's good in that like on a technical level of making a movie is good.
I hate that we have to see the little girl who then ended up being in The Pretty Reckless as the mayor of Whoville goes, she hasn't even grown into her nose yet. A line of dialogue that's really weird.
What is it? Something changing, I'm rearranging.
My world is changing, I'm rearranging. Does that mean Christmas changes too?
It's not. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'll be really honest with you. But yeah, I think it's a movie that's actually kind of like, it's less than the sum of its parts. I think it's a very well made.
Yeah, they just needed someone to go over the script and kind of not make it weird.
Like, less weird. I think because they're kind of going for a little bit of like the Edward Scissorhands thing.
Yes.
Especially when they're like feeding him the fudge and all that stuff. Like that is like ripped directly almost like,
from, it's that barbecue scene.
Yeah, it's the barbecue scene from Edward Scissorhands.
Right, it is the plot of Edward Scissorhands. I've never really...
Yeah, and like it has like some of the imagery of Edward Scissorhands and stuff. But like I just don't think it really works. And I think Jim Carrey is doing a great performance. But yeah. I don't think I think the rest of it doesn't quite hold up as well.
I think all the performances are good. I think it is just the writing in it. Yeah. It gets a bit... We were also in that weird time of being like, jokes for the parents. And you're like, they need to be jokes that don't just like make kids go, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Weird. Because there is like half of that film that I didn't understand until I was an adult and went, why? That's not even a good joke.
Why is there a swingers party?
Why does one of the Who's say that the baby that arrives at their door looks like her boss?
Yeah.
There is also the 2017 adaptation with Benedict Cumberbatch that I've not seen because it just looks like a lot of those movies and it's probably not for me. I'm sure it has a Rihanna song in it for some reason.
I've also not seen it.
I'm sure it's charming. I actually think it reviewed very well.
I don't really know, to be honest.
We got one more adaptation to go, which is the really bizarre musical that stars the guy from Glee. I don't know his real name. I only know him as Mr. Schuster.
That's fine.
You know.
We don't need to know his real name.
By all accounts, everyone hates this thing. Everyone hates this show.
Yeah.
There is a really good video by Waiting in the Wings where he just goes through it kind of scene by scene. And he's like visibly upset by the whole thing. And he's like someone who will watch any show and get something out of it. He can find ways to compliment the Diana musical.
Yeah.
I think is one of the biggest pieces of garbage ever put on a stage.
You know, that's no small feat right there to be praising the Diana musical.
He's like distressed talking about the Grinch. It was during COVID, so there's no audience. So like it's really weirdly quiet. It's weirdly paced. The performances are going from like amateurish to ridiculous.
Yeah. I think that is the one thing that when you see other people dressed as the Grinch in that Jim Carrey like style suit is that you do have a more of an appreciation for Jim Carrey. Because like we saw the Asda advert, which the Grinch is currently on at the moment.
The UK Asda advert has a Grinch in it currently, which is bad.
Yeah.
He looks bad.
And like it's the thing of that suit is not anywhere near as good as the one in the movie, which like that's to be expected.
And the one in the Universal parks are pretty good.
They're pretty all right.
But you can tell they're to be worn all day for long periods, like every day.
But the thing is like it's the physicality of that performance is what really makes it work. And so many people look so stiff in that outfit. Because I imagine you would be.
Yeah, it's a big kind of fat suit. Do you know the worst part of it? All the way through this televised musical of the Grinch, he is doing an impression of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He does the stare dance bit.
Oh, no.
But he doesn't do it all the time. He slips in and out of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It like grinds to a halt anytime it deals with the Who's. The Who's have like 10-minute songs that are just like putting up Christmas decorations.
I mean, to be fair, what else are the Who's to do? Like,
just don't be in the show. Make it 15 minutes. Like, let's not.
You do it like they do in the
punish us.
Like the Universal stage show.
Yeah,
which I have seen.
The other really like disappointing thing in that musical is it's full of fart jokes.
Of course, it is.
It's apparently. I've seen some clips of it, and it is like not even like funny fart jokes. It is just like, how loud and long can we make it? This goes directly against the wishes of Dr. Seuss's widow.
Yes.
Who the estate are quite protective over their characters now. Thanks, Mike Myers.
Thanks, Mike Myers and the Cat in the Hat.
For those who don't know, the live action Cat in the Hat film was so bad that the Dr. Seuss estate will no longer allow live action Dr. Seuss properties to be made.
But more importantly, we tried to watch it and we turned it off.
And we will watch. I've watched all of Dan Aykroyd on UFOs. Like, the things I will sit and watch. But Jared,
yes,
is the Grinch an icon?
I would say the Grinch is most definitely an icon. I don't think it's like much in the way of discussion for that. But before we dive deep into our thoughts on the Grinch being an icon, thank you very much for listening to this episode so far. If you haven't already, give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice. It can be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever it is. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what your favorite sort of Christmas character is. Could be the Grinch.
Could be your uncle.
Could be your uncle. He's fun. He has a couple Smirnoff Ice in him, and oh boy,
does he start telling jokes?
Oh, does he start telling jokes? Some of them are racist, but don't worry about that. It's all fine. The ones that aren't are pretty funny. You can also head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/howtobeanicon. We've got our Christmas month going on where we are going through all of our favorite Christmas media bits and pieces. But yes, so that's on our Patreon, patreon.com/howtobeanicon. Unfortunately, there is not going to be a post show for this episode, mostly because we are recording something else after.
Ooh.
That's going to be not our Patreon. Should I say what we're recording, or do we leave it? Do we leave it?
You know what? Tell them.
We are recording which will be coming out in a couple weeks. We are recording our Christmas special, which is going to be coming out on Christmas Day.
So you can open us up with your presents.
Yes, you can listen to us while you have your Christmas breakfast. I'm sure you do. And like every podcast.
Be like, no, guys, listen.
Yeah.
No, I'm putting my thing on. You can put your thing on. Like, no.
Yeah. When you've got your new set of headphones or your new set of speakers, let us be the first thing that goes through those speakers for you. But because it is Christmas, and because we as a society have agreed
we're allowed one.
Every podcast is allowed one episode a year where you get to drink on air. So it's going to be our one. But we've got a twist for ours. We are going through. You've probably been thinking, like, why do we go through every episode and go, what's this icon's favorite drink? Well, that's because we've put them in a raffle and we're going to draw them out. And whatever celebrity we get, we drink their favorite drink that we have established.
Your drink
that we've established on this show.
Yeah.
Now, there is a bit of an element to this that we might get plastered drunk. We might
not at all. We might get very hydrated.
Yeah, we might get very hydrated.
Because not everyone's favorite drink is alcohol.
I know,
some
crazy.
Some of them are very alcohol, and some of them are not alcohol.
There's a very real chance that we could have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and a glass of water, and that could be the show. Or we could have champagne, red wine, and vodka cocktails.
And a marg.
And a margarita. So any of those combinations could go forward.
You might have to listen to us have a margarita and then a cup of tea.
Exactly.
It's too warm.
It's too warm for that. So, but that is what we have coming up on Christmas Day. So you are definitely going to want to be subscribed on your podcast platform of choice to be able to hear that as soon as it comes out. But yeah, the Grinch, I think most definitely an icon. I think maybe too much of an icon at Christmas. Like, I feel like
he's definitely taking over.
I feel like we've kind of lost the way a little bit of like, oh, this is a story about someone who doesn't like Christmas, but then, learns that there's actually a bit more value to it. It's not just about the commodification of Christmas. It's not just about the presents. And then we go, well, let's just slap his face on a bunch of products.
I'm here for the presents.
Yes, it actually is about the commodification of Christmas.
Like, it is not an exaggeration. I have been into like a handful of shops today trying to buy a bingo machine unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
He is on everything. He is in so much stuff. I bought a pair of pajamas with him on.
Yeah.
Because every year my dad buys me a jumper with the Grinch on, which I think is very cute. I have many of them now. But every year we do see it increase. It's currently, they're in McDonald's at the moment. You can get this awful looking green pie, which does look like his toe.
Yeah, and I just think it's like, you know, for a thing that is like the manifestation of a man's seasonal depression.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about this. This book's about seasonal depression.
Yeah, you know, like, I don't know if I'd love the fact that it's like plastered on everything.
Yeah, I think we go that like, oh, I'm just here for all the stuff. And it's like, no, I think it's when you feel down at this time of year, you just want Christmas to go away.
But my lesson for how to be an icon of the Grinch is do something real and then apologize. And then everyone goes, aren't you good? Aren't you good? He steals Christmas and then everyone's like, and then he gives the presents back and they're all like, aren't you the best? Aren't you so good? That's my lesson.
You're so right, because I used to get away with a lot of stuff in high school because I would go, do you know what? You are right. That was immature of me. I shouldn't have done that. That really gets you so much further than going, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Prove it. You go, do you know what? You're actually right. If you're like apologetic enough, if you're like,
I'm really sorry. And you know, you're right, actually. You were right the whole time. Christmas is actually pretty good with the presents. And they go, this Grinch fella, you know? It's like, no. He still stole Christmas. Like, he still did that.
I got some fun facts as well.
Oh, go on.
As of 2005, the book has been translated into 9 languages, including Latin.
Ah, good.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this.
Okay.
I'm way too working class to know anything in Latin.
All right.
Quamado, invicidicilus, nami Grinchus, Christi, Napolam, Bargavert.
Keeping all of that in.
You can keep all that in. I wonder what that did to someone's like Alexa. But based on a 2007 online poll, the National Education Association listed the book as one of the teacher's top 100 books. And in 2012, it ranked 61st among the top 100 picture books for children. It is the 4th of 5 Dr. Seuss books listed in that. Like, we will eventually do like a much longer episode on Dr. Seuss because I think his like impact on literature and children's education is enormous.
And he wrote that weird sex book that's like not sexy.
And he's like, Nazis are bad as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's the thing of when these things kind of ascend above themselves, like we said before, sometimes when these things kind of go above and beyond themselves, like we literally call someone a Grinch at Christmas when they're not like into it.
When they're not into it, yeah.
It's really like part of our culture. We really recognize that like character in that like, it's dark and everyone else is like in a good mood.
Everyone else is being a bit much.
And I smell.
Yeah. No, I think, yeah, absolutely. I do think the Grinch has kind of transcended like he's like as recognizable as other Christmas icons that we have, like Santa Claus, you know.
And that red Coke lorry.
And that red Coke truck. AI or not, like, you know, people are happier when he's on screen.
He.
Yeah, it's a gender truck. Is it he?
It's a truck, obviously.
It's a truck, yeah.
All trucks are men and all cars are girls.
Yeah, we know that. We know this. But yeah, it's like the Grinch is like so recognizable that you can just show him to anyone and people know who he is. It's like
it's even to the point where like that shade of green
is
now just associated with that like bright green.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like slightly darker than brat green.
And now he's a fixture in the Universal parks, just being this kind of millennial nightmare.
Yeah. You know, but like, how do you charge adults to have a photo taken with Santa? Well, you make Santa the Grinch, and then you can charge for kids and adults to take a photo with him. He
says some weird thing to you, and you go, "Oh my god!"
Again, you know, don't think Dr. Seuss would love that. Oh, Christmas is not about the commodification. But how do we get adults to get a photo with Santa?
How do we get adults into theme parks during holidays?
Yeah, like, it's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of irony in that one. But yeah, no, I think for sure, though, the Grinch definitely 100% an icon.
But if you are not feeling super Christmassy, It happens. Do something really fun for yourself. You don't have to like do the whole Christmas thing if you don't want to.
No, definitely not. Like, I think the other thing is that, like, you know, Christmas can kind of be whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be like, you know, I know it can be very stressful of like people going on like seeing their families and going up and down and doing a bunch of things like that. Like, you know, just take the time for yourself. Like, take some time during this month to like do what you want to do. Don't put yourself out there for everyone else, because, you know, it's still important. Like, Christmas or not, it's still important to take some time out for yourself.
When it's so dark and so cold.
Yeah.
And you know what makes me feel better? Donating stuff to a charity.
Yeah. But it's a very nice thing to do.
But thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much. This has been a wonderful episode on The Grinch. He's kind of our last, I'm going to call, like, regular episode for the year. Because
I guess it's a weird one to end on.
It is a weird one to end on, because we do have some other more interesting things coming up in the rest of the month of December.
Oh boy, do we have something coming up we're doing later.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about that one.
Yes, but we, like I say, we do have our Christmas special, which is coming up on Christmas Day, which has, you know, fallen quite nicely for us.
Once you have like properly fallen out with your family, once like dinner is ruined.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Yes, come join us for that. But thank you very much, Donna. This has been
You're welcome, Jared.
A wonderful episode on The Grinch.
Jingle bell.
Thank you very much for listening, and Grinch home safe, everybody.